Are you streaming yet?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
up on screen right now, too. So are you guys. Staff season
Okay.
hosted. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We are waiting for the last player, and they're
Well, I'm
getting a
not
little bit
up on
experience,
screen. Why
but
would
I
I be
figured
up on
I'd bring it up now. One thing I noticed, speaking of streams, is there's still not a whole lot of Dungeons and Dragons streams in general on Twitch.
Speaking of which, Casey offered to DM a Dungeons and Dragons game, and I was wondering if maybe you would like to switch roles and actually be a player character.
That's a possibility, yeah. I do have an end game for this planned. I would say you guys are about 75% through.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe 70, but yeah, you guys are way past the middle mark of my storyline here. Like, I didn't make some grandiose, like, year-spanning storyline. Hello, Michelle.
Yeah, because I have experience DMing Dungeons and Dragons, and there have been some. Basically, Wizards has started to release D&D settings that are based in the Magic the Gathering universe, and those are actually
that's weird. Yeah, they're the same company, so it makes sense.
yeah, and it's actually people have been asking for them for a long time, and Wizards finally started to do it.
I knew that there were characters and lore for Magic. I just never played Magic or had any interest in it, so I know none of it.
Yeah, so like there's a cool like introductory campaign that goes from levels 1 to 5 that I can run that starts in one plane, and then I can work on creating a storyline that goes beyond that. Ideally, I'd like to get the characters up into like the high teens, level 20 territory, so we can do some pretty intense stuff.
Crap.
The campaign you guys have been playing started in the core rulebook for Dark Heresy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in there.
And
I noticed
the part you're on now is actually in the Game Master's kit, but I've kind of gone off script.
Okay. I noticed that I was reading through the player's handbook a couple days ago, and I got to that campaign, and I'm like, this sounds really familiar.
You guys could actually read that now because you're way past that. Like, there's no spoilers in there. You pretty much did everything that was in there. Yeah, there's no spoilers in there. If you really wanted to look at what else there was in that campaign that I either didn't do or altered, then you can do that now without being spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Where's the weapon skill thing at?
To level up?
Yeah.
I thought most of that was around page 80, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I was just looking at it, actually. Hang on.
Found it.
Yeah.
Am I right? Around page 80?
Yeah, it's actually on page 80.
Yeah.
Characteristic advances.
Hello, Quad. Yeah, I pretty much memorized that page 80 is where to go if you need to level up or something.
Okay, so I'm going to do this, make this a thing that I do. Kaboom!
Hey, Aqua. Oh, yeah, I know it's harder to watch VODs than watch live because you can't really talk to VODs. That's why I haven't done that whole Twitch stupid, like, video playback thing.
I picked up a couple useful skills, so hopefully I won't be as shitty at noticing things anymore.
Oh, yeah, none of you had, like, any perception, huh? Or investigation.
Or awareness or anything like that, yeah. So now I have 3 ranks in awareness. So it seems like a good skill for, a sniper to have.
Be aware of your surroundings. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. All right, I'm gonna grab a thing of some cold water real quick, and then I'll be back upstairs.
Yeah, we're still setting up everybody that's here.
Oh yeah.
They're leveling up, and I think we're still waiting for number 4.
What the hell? All right.
As you can see, I got a bunch of stuff to kill them here.
Don't show them because I'm on your stream right now.
I know you can't really see anything.
I can't. I wasn't really looking that hard.
Yeah, there's nothing spoilery.
Don't show them. I have 50 points left. I don't think I can do anything with it.
That's not surprising. 50 points isn't much. Yeah, the thing about
I went
this...
to the... Nope, I went to the wrong spot. I went to the wrong spot. Okay, so that's wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah, the thing with this Dark Heresy is when I did Dungeons and Dragons, I had everything, like 90% of that game made when you guys started. This one, I've been making maps like a day or two before the stream because there's just no maps to pull.
Yes. That's going to give me 300. Okay. That's actually better. Or...
Chat while we're waiting. If you had any questions about what we've done so far or anything, you can ask. You can see I have a rather extensive notebook here of everything in here. I'm just making sure there's no huge spoilers on here. Well, there is a minor one, but you can see like the basic stuff.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Basic rules.
That's good.
You can see my terrible handwriting.
Okay.
Here's the first
I
layout
am
of the
now
map, first areas
actually-
it went to. Like I've got
Wait.
pages and pages of notes. These little notebooks I started using turned out to be good. Good idea on my part. I don't know why I didn't do it before.
Yeah. Take it.
That's right. We named that fake Dr. David Blaine.
Yeah. Okay. I am golden macaroni. What did I just do?
Yes, Quad, they're having monsters, and yes, a certain person in the party did kill them with fire.
I fucking
pretty much-
nuked
That's pretty much all he
I
does.
nuked us. Huh?
I said that's pretty much all he does. Everything's on fire all the time.
That's not necessarily true.
He did hammer somebody last
Yes,
time.
it is.
I fucking smashed that guy with my power maul up against the wall. Turned him into a stain. So
Yeah, and
let's try this.
one of you got hit pretty badly last time too, Lucius in the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, he
Okay.
did not die.
Alright, so that looks like it's working quite a bit better than it was before.
Charm rule 17, target
There we
68, awareness 8. Yeah, you guys roll great when it's not actually the game.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. It's Garbo. But those 5 dudes, like those 5 lesser like cannon fodder guys, they got fucking melted.
Oh, the animated corpses, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then there was this guy that got like you missed him, but then he got his head sniped off in one blow.
Yeah, I only shot my gun twice during that battle, but both shots were kills.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna fall back and just see where this goes. And I was
Yeah.
like, what?
That's about where I wanted to get her, so that she could be one shot, one kill.
Has anybody heard from Will?
No,
Mm-mm.
but I can.
Sorry, he's never on time.
As I say, we never start on time.
Let's see.
Craig, you have a Mac?
No.
Oh,
Who
okay.
said I have a Mac?
I was just looking at your stream, and I saw you pull down that toolbar from up top. And
Oh no,
Mac.
this is on Roll20. This is the change
Oh.
for maps.
Oh, okay.
I was just checking to see if there's any still up there I don't need anymore. I can throw them in the archive and then get out of my way that way.
I just poked Will on Discord. That's usually worked in the past.
Fair enough. I just got done playing some Subnautica, Craig.
Yeah, I do lurk around when I'm not busy at work, and I did see you playing that.
Dude, that game.
It looks like a
it's
good
both
game.
it's both exhilarating and terrifying all at the same time. The game is a roller coaster.
Yeah, it looks really interesting. I'm not too fond of games where you go get resources, build stuff, then go get more resources and build more stuff, and just
It can be monotonous, but the game is just so immersive when you're in that environment that I think that as a development team is what they focused on primarily, because I mean the game does have other bugs, some clipping issues and texture issues and things like that. But the environment is so immersive, and it just sucks you in, and you don't really mind going to get those resources and collect them and then go back and build stuff. But some of those things are just out of nowhere. They come at you.
yeah, that's on my list of games I might have to check out one day.
Okay. So did you ever finish painting your miniatures?
Oh, I was just doing the. I just recently pulled all that stuff back out. I was just test painting the Star Trek guy to see if I could get it going well, and yeah, it's okay. I just need to finish that one up. It was kind of my test one. There's still a lot of the previous ones I didn't do.
Do you still have M&Ms?
Yes, I still have M&Ms. That's actually a fresh bag in that picture.
Good. What's up, Will? How you doing, man?
Nothing. I was sitting here laying on my chair, passing out.
Oh shit! It's a good thing somebody sent you a message.
Yeah.
Boom.
And the sad part is, I was laying here and I'm just like, damn, bored. I want to do something. But what the fuck do I want to do? I'm like, I don't feel like playing no games right now.
Well, if
God, I
you,
guess.
you set a fucking alarm on your phone, you'd have known that it was Dark Heresy night.
Well, to be fair,
Did you spend your experience yet?
no.
Do you want to do that before we start?
Yeah, if you want to spend that. Ahead.
God, I'm dying.
Or are you just gonna die on stream? You know.
I'm actually banking on that.
Wow, that leg hit really got you, huh?
It's,
That-
it's infected with Nurgle.
Yo, so like Saturday night, I got off from work, and I was feeling okay. I was feeling a little bit fine, you know. And as soon as I got home, all of a sudden I just like collapsed, and I got hit with 103 fever.
Ew.
And then I was on my ass for like 18 hours straight. I did not get out of bed or nothing. And so I've been fighting a fever and sickness since that day. Like today was like 100. I left work early, came home. Yeah. So
It's been a long time since I've had a sickness like that hit me.
yeah, I was put on my ass. It's ridiculous.
Live host.
Let's
We can always make this a little shorter if needed.
no, I'm good. Warhammer. Like I've been off and on with like the meds. So like you actually ain't right because like I took meds like about an hour ago and they're just now taking effect. So
Boop-a-doo.
This apartment right now has a drugged up dog.
hey, something me and the dog have in common.
He had his ball removal appointment today.
He was made into a eunuch.
Yeah.
Again,
little
something me and the
loopy.
dog have. Okay, so
Ngaku, thank you for hosting.
That's me.
Oh. Well, then never mind.
Yep.
I have 13. So if I remember correctly, so I have 1,300 right now. On the bed. So if I remember correctly, for each thing I put on here, it's what 500.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Hold on.
Casey and Stabby's just did theirs,
So, like-
so they're probably no better than me.
So like if I want to increase my awareness.
Oh, so you want to open the player handbook to page 80, and you want to go to the bottom of the page because there's a table for how much experience you have to spend for each.
Is it page 80?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I just think it's hilarious that after the last game they all want to increase their awareness.
Yeah. Basically,
I have security. I have tech use. So that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to check to see how many aptitudes the skill matches that you have.
Oh, right. The aptitudes.
Right. And then like
That's
let's say it
amazing.
matches both of your aptitudes. The first check mark is 100, the
Right.
second is 200, the third is 300, and the fourth is 400.
And the aptitudes would be the stuff like my tech, willpower, intelligence, knowledge, and perception.
Right.
Gotcha. Cool. God, kill me now.
So yeah, your aptitudes are listed on your advancements page.
Yep, I got those.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that. So how was your guys' week?
My week was good.
Any murders?
I'm headed to Toronto on Thursday.
Ooh, aren't you fancy?
Yeah,
Take a warm coat.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Aptitudes. Feel it. So awareness is perception. Commerce. Let's do logic.
Yeah, so the aptitudes are intelligence and knowledge.
So for every, so it puts 2. So okay,
You have both intelligence and knowledge?
yeah.
He does.
Okay. Yeah. So then you can use that top row on the chart on the skill advances.
Okay, so I already have 1 in logic.
So
Alright.
the second check mark would be 200, then the third would be 300 more.
And then the fourth would be
The
400.
fourth would be 400 more.
4, 5, 6, 7. So I can just put all. I'll just put all in logic, and then that'll be right there. That'll take off 1,000. So check. Oh, sorry, 900. So I have 500 left. And let's do traits. Good. I do like. See, trade is going to be intelligence in general. So if I put trade, Scholastic, that gonna be useful? I don't think. We'll just do. We'll do. Ooh. You know what? We're gonna keep it where it's at right. All right, I'm good.
I'm back in the saddle as well.
Yep, I'm good.
Alrighty.
I think we're ready then.
I believe so.
Let's switch to the map of where you guys currently are.
Oh, that's right. We're in the strange pink and blue fog.
Well, the blue is more liquid on the ground than fog.
Oh.
The purple could be either.
You're not really sure.
Yeah.
It's like someone had a gender reveal party and really fucked it up.
Oh boy.
Bro.
So
So we have to head to this new town
yeah.
where they don't like weapons.
Well, you guys wake up in your in the jail guardhouse, and you do your morning punches, I assume, and you guys head downstairs, and you do see the Oath Captain Nils there. She has two other guards standing outside of the cell that still has the body in it, and inside of there you see another man in an actual doctor's outfit, and she says, I was able to get another doctor down here in short time.
Is this what a real doctor?
Well, just in case, I posted guards that he's not allowed to be anywhere without.
Okay.
And the doctor comes out and he greets you all, and he says, I am Dr. Morpheus. And he says, what did you want to know about this body? I have finished my examination.
Well, what killed it?
It does seem like, well, they told me about the previous, I guess, fake doctor's diagnosis, and he was not lying to you. And he looks at his notes. He says he was definitely burned from the inside. It looks like it was a extreme cold that burned him, not heat. He does look like he is about 55 years old. And he says his head did seem like it caved in on itself, although that's a tougher one to tell. I can't tell you what caused that. He says, what else did you want to know?
Any idea what you know that could cause that kind of damage?
Burning someone from the inside with extreme cold? No, I've never heard of that before.
All right.
And I've been, this is a fairly elderly looking guy. You'd guess he said this guy's about 55. You'd guess that the doctor is also about that age. And he says, I've been doing this in this hive for a while, and I've never come across anyone burned from the inside with very intense cold like this at all. Like, I've seen some weird chemical deaths and such, but nothing like this.
Anything else you found strange on that body that seemed out of the ordinary?
It does look like he had an oath token. It looked like it was forcibly removed, although I don't know why oath tokens are not like implanted or anything. But that section of his arm was torn up. The fingers look like they were cut in order to disguise fingerprints.
So we have no idea, no way to identify the body.
Aside from the age, not really. Although he looks at the Oath Captain, she seems to think it's the father of a house here. But
What kind of doctor are you?
he says, "I am a surgeon at a lower hive medical clinic."
You're a surgeon.
Yes.
The gynecologist.
Examining dead bodies is not exactly my forte, but the Oath Captain seems like she was desperate, and I was the only one available.
So then let me ask you this question. Does it look like that body has any type of maybe rapid...
Rapid what?
Yeah, you cut off. I didn't hear that.
I said, does it look like the body has any type of rapid aging or anything like that?
I've never heard of that happening, but I've also never heard of freezing from the inside. I see no indication of any kind of tissue damage that would indicate like he aged or anything. As far as I can tell, this is a 55-year-old, roughly male.
All right.
So I wonder, since he's a surgeon, if we could get him to surgically implant all of our weapons into the tech priest. Like just store him in
Like
his
the tech
body.
priest just kind of explodes in the weapons when you need them.
Well then, yeah.
He's just like Autobots, roll out. And then his arm just dropped, like he's just a saggy flesh of sack of skin at that point. And just ripped my fucking power mole out of his arm cavity.
That's the good stuff there, Michelle.
My flamer, I just pull it out of his chest.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, okay, fine.
Interesting theory, interesting solution to my no weapons thing, but I'm pretty sure that would kill him.
Well, you never know until you try.
I mean, there is a dead body trade. We could just. Ooh,
I mean,
actually,
aren't tech priests like a dime a dozen anyway?
what kind of traders are we? What kind of traders do these oath tokens say we are? Or do they go into that much detail?
The Oath Captain says they usually don't go into that much detail, no.
Fantastic.
Oh God, what are you playing?
Ladies and gentlemen, a light bulb has just gone off in my head.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're doing.
Since this town that we're heading to pretty soon here has a regulation against weapons, and there is, a corpse trade between this place and that town.
Illegal, but yes.
Well, I mean, they get through somehow. Wait, did we? Oh, shit. Well, I was going to say we could ask the guy who I murdered viciously. Well, cleansed.
The severed head and corpse were removed from the jail as they did not want that stinking the place up, and I don't think they could answer your question.
Yeah, probably not. But we do know where the hole in the wall is.
Right.
What?
I'm going to address the Oath Captain.
Okay.
And this, ma'am, I thank you for your service and help in the fight previously. And this may seem a little unorthodox, but could you tell us how to get in contact with these people that are a part of this illegal trade of corpses?
She says, well, it's not exactly difficult to get in contact with them if you go down to the gantry. Like I've told you last night, the person that is the head merchant down there that basically runs the town as far as like imports and exports and all that stuff goes, named Omar Endish. And he reports to Vornis Crimson, the guy that runs the Red Walk gang and is living inside the ship that has crashed above town that likes to shoot people that don't behave.
Okay.
So if you want to get in contact with those traders, you would probably want to go there and talk to Endish. Because I seriously doubt that Crimson is going to talk to you.
Oh, I seriously doubt that too. What I'm hoping to do is, well, move some, I guess, what would Crimson would call paraphernalia inside some corpses into the town.
She says, look, I, unlike a lot of people I'm sure have rumored, I stick to the law. If you're going to do that, I would say that you cannot go through the Purity Gate, and I cannot be a part of it. But, I mean, Channel House 17 is basically emptied now, and we'll have to find a new person, a new family or a person to run it. But for now, there's corpses just sitting in there. I didn't see nothing.
So you trying to tell me you want to smuggle weapons?
No. Nobody said smuggle.
Fine.
Let's keep it honest.
You want
We'd
to
like to transport
dead bodies with some hardware to get into this town so that we can get to them later on, just in case.
I'm gonna cast a quick glance over to the good doctor and be like, yeah, that's the plan.
The doctor says, well, if you're willing to pay, I suppose I could help you a little bit, but
Can pay with some.
Can I hit him with some? See if I can charm him. Let's see if I can charm the doctor into doing his civic duty.
I will say this guy does seem like a doctor that is on the up and up, unlike the other one. So,
Well, I mean, if
maybe don't murder him.
I'm not going to murder him. I'm just asking if he wants to help.
Just ask for payment. That's all. He didn't say no. I can't do that.
I guess
The
we
fact-
don't really carry guilt on us, so I guess we can just pay him.
Hold on. I just want to run this past you right now. The fact that the DM had to tell us that his imaginary character had a life and kids and a family that forced us to murder him really says a lot about the people who are playing this game.
I was never planning on murdering him.
Dude, he literally just said that one of us is going to end up killing this guy.
I don't think any of us were actually planning to hurt this doctor.
I
No.
was.
So I guess I'll pay the doctor. Well, let's say meet us at Channel House 17, and we will agree upon payment.
Okay. He says, sure thing, and the other captain guards with the two guards, they're shadowing him, and they go back to their regular duties. The doctor starts heading towards Channel House 17, and he took all his tools too, so.
Well, that's good because he's gonna
Yeah.
need them. What's I forget what the guy's name is already. What's the guy's name in Gantry? That runs the
The
smuggling
head
thing?
merchant or the guy that runs Gantry?
No, I know Crimson. What's the head merchant's name?
Omar Endish.
Okay.
Hmm. So what are we on?
We're going to
So-
Channel House 17.
So you're really you're gonna do this? We're gonna smuggle guns,
How else do you plan on getting your fucking firearms through that gate?
dude. I am mostly machine. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a hard time finding anything on me.
Anyway, I'm going to walk with the doctor to Channel
Okay.
House 17
I will
Because-
say that before I
because we
did,
have We have a habit of letting these people out of our sight, and then either they betray us or bad things happen to them off screen.
It only happened like 3 times.
That's a lot.
I will say that last time when I mentioned the Gantry's no weapons rule, I said that small like knives and stuff they're not going to confiscate. Pistols you might be able to smuggle in, I said, but any of your big stuff is not going to.
My scalpel's good.
Yeah, that's a small knife. That's fine. They're not going to take that. He really only cares about big weapons and all ranged weapons.
See,
So, like, my sniper rifle would not make it there.
No.
But my hand cannons?
No, they're ranged. He does not like guns and anybody that he doesn't trust. Knives, daggers, he's like, whatever, stuff happens, but weapons, no. Guns, no.
Is there any type of like an armory or anything on this little area we're at?
Not particularly. There is a scrap market. That's about as close as that gets.
I doubt we're gonna
Unfortunately for you, they deal in mostly scrap body parts.
How's that unfortunate for me?
I guess so. Weirdo.
Look, man, what I do in my spare time is none of your damn business. No one sits and judges you for.
Then don't tell me about it, Mister.
No one judges you for beating yourself every night.
That is in the service.
Actually, I kind of do, but it's not entirely an accurate statement. But whatever.
All right, so Hikari and the doctor started towards Channel House 17.
I'll head towards that.
Lucius
I'm
going
gonna
to
go.
scrap market.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about Elroch?
He's going to Channel House 17 as well.
Okay. We'll do the scrap market before we do the Channel House.
Okay.
So you walk up to the scrap market. It does have various junky but very bad body modification things that you wouldn't even consider letting anywhere near your body. You do see a few pieces of scrap. It doesn't really deal in body parts so much as those have to go through official channels or they're illegal, and there's no way Nils would allow it. So you're walking around, and you what's that guy's name? You do see a merchant who looks like he deals in slightly better stuff. He beckons you over and he says, "What are you looking for?"
I'm looking for. Well, you have any like small like knives or anything like that?
He says, "Oh yeah, plenty of them. I'm Cog, friend. I have all the stuff you want."
I need something that can hide inside of a body. I need a couple, actually.
He takes his pants off. No. He takes a look at you and he sees that you do have a bunch of metal parts. He says, I have knives small enough that you could jam up in there, sure.
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me get like 10 of those.
Holy cow. Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for something this simple. This dude definitely has small knives. So you come to agreement with them.
Ooh, see if he has grenades.
You can always say that you gave him like one of your scrap pieces for some of these. Like you've picked stuff up on the way.
You have any grenades?
He says, what kind of grenade? Boom kind, smoke kind, smelly
The ones that
fart
go
kind.
boom.
Fragmentation probably would be best.
He says, I can put together a simple one for you for a little bit.
How big of a boom can you? Well, let's pretend that I'm using our earpieces to talk to or to communicate.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Ask him how big of a detonation he can get us out of a improvised
Actually,
device.
I got a better idea. Can you make me a dirty bomb?
Ooh.
He says, "You want me to put gunpowder and dirt in a bomb?"
No, you dumbass. I need a bomb that's made from scraps and parts, but that can do enough damage at a very impact area.
Remote.
With a remote. With 3 remotes.
He says, I can make you a bomb that has a bunch of scrap in it and explodes. The scrap goes flying and cuts everybody, but
That's what I want.
I don't know how to make a remote, sorry.
Oof.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, you're a tech guy. Can you make
Yeah,
put like a receiver?
I can make a remote. Okay, make the bomb.
All right.
I need to make a big enough boom.
Okay, you see him like dig in his box, and he pulls out what looks like about a grenade-sized round sphere. You see him take out a pouch and he just starts pouring like what you assume is gunpowder or something like it into it. You see him start to shove inside a bunch of metal pieces, and he puts a piece of string on it. He screws it together and everything, and you see him. And you're actually kind of nervous when you watch him do this because you're like, this guy's going to blow himself up at any second.
There's absolutely no finesse to this joke whatsoever.
Nope.
None.
And just from your technical knowledge, you know that this thing is extremely likely to blow him up. But if he finishes it, it'll be fine and work. This guy seems to know how to put together something. It's just a matter of can he do it without blowing up. And this is when you notice he's missing a few fingers.
Wow, is that 2 fingers he has left? What the fuck?
He finishes making it, and he accepts your payment for it, and he hands you the homemade grenade.
All right, cool. So I got my dirty bomb.
So you got about
Nice.
10 knives and a homemade grenade bomb.
And let me see. Anything else?
And
I need?
as you take it, you notice that string that he used for a fuse is not a string. You're not sure what body hair it is, but you probably don't want to know what it's made out of.
Yeah. Now I need one more thing. Do you
Okay.
have maybe a mechanendrite?
Is that like a mechanical dragon or something?
God damn it!
This guy is very clueless about a lot of things.
Yeah, I see. All right, how about? Okay, can you guys think of anything else that we might need?
Well,
This
I
guy's
mean,
lived
if
in
you
this
if you
slum for so
may-
long, he's never seen.
maybe
any
if
of this
you
stuff.
explain to him, what a mechanendrite looks like, he may know that he has one.
Okay. Do you have anything with robotic arms that connects to, I don't know, my back?
Says it looks like you already have robotic arms to connect to your back.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah. Good luck.
He doesn't seem to have a clue about what you're actually like wanting. So he's obviously
That's
never
fine.
seen.
That's
He's
fine.
never seen this.
That's fine. And you guys, anything else y'all can think of?
That sounds good, Michelle.
All I really wanted
Last
was
thing, do you have any surveillance gear?
You see him like take out what looks like a bullhorn and put it against his ear, and he says like this.
Yeah, but no. You know what? Great talking to you. Thanks. And I'm gonna head right over to the
He says,
rest of
thanks
the
for the business. Send all your friends to see Cog.
I will not, but thank you.
I mean, he made a bomb for you. That was
That was pretty nice of him.
yeah.
So I'm gonna get to the channel house, and then when I do, I'm gonna kind of toss the little bomb over to Enoch and say, "Put that in one of the bodies."
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay, so
I'm gonna hand it back to him and say, after you fit it with a remote receiver.
Fine. While you're doing that, I will start making a remote receiver for it.
I won't make you roll for that. I'll be nice.
I mean, I have a high tech use.
Right, that's exactly what. If it was the other two, they'd have to roll. So you guys have the doctor start to pick corpses. I don't know how on earth you're going to find a corpse for your flamer or your hammer.
The power maul, I'm not really that worried about. That would fit inside a body because it can be used as a one-handed weapon.
That's true.
It can be used as a spinal column.
Yeah. The heavy flamer, I am worried about. That would take up probably the entire human cavity, or like the torso, the neck, most of the groin.
Oh my god, we get to make a human centipede? We can make a human centipede?
Oh,
God.
The doctor looks at you guys and he says, so exactly how are you going to carry all this?
we're not. We're going to use wagons.
Oh,
That's what merchants use, right?
What is this, the Old West?
Well, this is basically
Gotta paint your wagon.
what? No.
You never seen that? Oh, I never mind.
Oh, I suppose I should probably try to acquire something like throwing knives or something like that.
Mechanical.
He bought 10 of them.
I got 10 knives, yes.
Maybe
Okay.
you could just lend it. A couple.
Yeah.
Like, I bought 10 knives for all the three of us to share.
Okay, great.
Okay, so with the doctor's help, you guys are able to load these all into some corpses. Your basic guns and stuff are in the knives. He tries to make it so that like they're at least even, as close to even as weight possible. So he gets all your stuff mostly in, and then it comes down to the flamer, and he just looks at you and says like, "So what do you want me to do here?"
Well,
'Cause I have
I'll make
no
sure.
idea.
Well, as far as like on the knives, I'm gonna keep 5 of them on me, and then you can divvy out the rest.
That's
Let's
fine.
find out. Let's find the fat guy.
What?
Let's
We're
find
gonna
the fat guy.
Let's go murder somebody so we can put your flamer in.
No. What is
Okay.
wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? You wanna? What?
All right. You know what?
You-
The only way I need to defend myself in this argument is just to repeat what you said earlier, which is human centipede. So,
All
No.
right.
Okay,
Now.
Corey, yeah. So I'll say you can find a fat guy. You somehow fit this thing in. I don't know
Maybe
how you're
he's-
gonna lug this around.
maybe he's just a lumpier guy now.
Okay, so you find a few carts. Let's say you find a cart that you can shovel this on. There are body moving carts in here. That makes sense. The fat guy with the flamer does clang around a bit.
Get over it. Fat guy with the flamer.
He got all these bodies stitched up and everything. The flamer guy is he's the weakest link in this facade you're trying to pull. But
That's fine. He'll go last.
the doctor takes a payment from you guys, we'll just say, and he thanks you, and he leaves to head back up to the surface where people don't ask for these sort of things.
Oh, doctor.
Yes?
One more thing before you go.
Okay.
Remember, doctor-patient confidentiality.
I mean, technically my patients are the corpses, so sure.
Well, here, let's say it another way. If you tell someone, bang.
Don't threaten
I'm
him.
not going to threaten him. Don't need to threaten him.
This guy went along with your
Look,
weird
I'm sure-
plans.
Yes.
I'm sure he just wants to get back to the surface and have nothing to do with us anymore and won't say anything to anyone about it
This
because
is going to be a story he tells
probably-
when he's like 85 to his grandpa.
once he no longer
nobody's
needs
gonna
his
believe
medic-
him.
Once he no longer needs his medical license because it
Yeah.
would definitely get revoked.
There.
Yeah, this will be a story he tells his grandkids when he's like 85, 90, and nobody's going to believe crazy old grandpa.
Well,
Sure, Grandpa, you stuck a flamer and a fat guy for people to smuggle, sure.
technically, 85 is actually still pretty young in the 20th or 41st
I thought that
millennium.
might be the case. I just didn't know what to say for it. I was like, this is the future. They probably live longer.
So when he's 200 years old, telling his grandkids,
Yeah. Elroch will show up at his door in 3 days' time and just be like, "I told you."
I told you what would happen.
I gotta kill your grandkids.
Yeah. I must cleanse this house. So,
All right.
I've made a decision. Just before we go any further,
Mm-hmm.
because Elroch is technically, he does have some insanity points because of his Red Redemptionist background.
Sure.
And I told Casey about this. I don't think he ever read it or even responded.
I thought it was a great idea, though.
When he puts on the mask to deliver justice, his entire personality changes. He becomes like 100% zealot. His voice goes deeper, like almost like, think of like Batman, except for fucking crazy Batman with fire.
So
I know,
basically,
there's
what
a
you've
written
been doing
story
this whole time.
that's like that. I just can't think of it.
what you've been doing this whole time.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Because
you're
I
basically like the Mask in Jim Carrey, The Mask, where he puts the mask on. It's just a completely different person.
No, he's like some psycho who puts a pillowcase on his head and goes crazy.
Yeah.
It's not a pillowcase.
So
It's a
basically,
gas mask.
Scarecrow from Batman.
All right, human centipede. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nasty. You're nasty.
Flavor
You're
in a
nasty.
You're the one trying to take a flamer in a fat man's body.
I did. Well, technically, the doctor did it.
Technically, yeah, sure. Technical. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Grab a cart, ding dong. So
Well,
okay, so
I'll say you fit this all in the one cart because I don't think that you're gonna pull more.
no, that's not bad. That's not a good plan. I
gotta do
want more
multiple?
than one.
Okay.
I want more than one cart. At least
Why?
each of us taking one cart, because
Why?
I want order like a marching order. I'd like to have the bomb, the corpse with the bomb in it, up front, and then our stuff in back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I'd rather have the corpse with the bomb in the back and us in front.
Why?
Why would
That's
you
going to
want
be the first corpse they check once we try to go through this checkpoint. Or whenever we get into this place, that's going to be the first course that they're going to want to check.
Right. So if they check and they find something, either way, we're fucked.
They're not going to find anything but a corpse with an incision in that one. If they check the fucking one with the flamer in it first and it jiggles and jangles around, I'm going to have to explain why it's making mechanical sounds inside of a body.
Okay, here's a question.
They're gonna do that
How
anyway.
how many corpses can each of these carts carry?
Is this a math question?
No.
I would say that regular corpses that don't have a weapon weight on them, it can carry like 10 to 20. You just
Okay.
shove 'em on a cart like a Monty Python sketch.
All right, so why don't we go get some not filled with weapons corpses and put them on top of the filled with weapons corpses?
And make them disgusting, so that way when they try to check it, they don't want to catch.
Yeah, make them all gross and bleeding out and entrails everywhere, so that they just kind of look at it and go, "Ew, okay."
There's plenty of corpses in the mortuaries that haven't been
And-
dealt with yet.
Done. Okay, so we pile them up.
Yeah.
If worst comes to shove, I'll push the dirty bomb and we'll get whatever.
Alright. So, you guys are going to head out through the hole in the wall because she said she wouldn't let you go through the purity gate with illegal goods. So you guys head that way. You do find the hole in the wall. It's exactly where the map said it was. You expect that the hole's not going to be there much longer because it's probably going to get filled in. But you go through it. And she did tell you how to get the gantry. It's a few hours march from the gate. So you guys start heading there. It's further. You're going down. You're not going south. You're going like down, further into the underhive. It's
down.
You don't really run into anybody else along the way. It's you do see a bunch of like animal life. There's a couple that you don't even recognize. They leave you alone mostly, though a few of them do follow you at a distance. It's it's dark in this area because there's no sunlight. It's damp. It's pretty crappy. But you start marching, and in the distance, you eventually see what looks like lights, and you see the city, and you see underneath it there is a river, but it's more sludge than water. And it's basically the river is in its own little crevasse valley. You would guess it's about a 70-foot drop to the river, right over cliffs. And the city is right over this river, kind of somewhat suspended above it. It does have some chains to hold it in place. It looks like it's plated. It looks like there's about 2 levels to the city, bottom and a top. It is round. So as you approach it, you get up to the gate. And the gate, as you can see, is kind of in the northeastern side of the city. And there is a group of guards at the gate.
Okay. Is that red sky? Is that the gate?
This is kind of the path up to the gate, and there's a gate right here.
The red sky is the ship, I'm guessing, that crashed.
Yes, that is the ship. You can't really see it where you're at, but that is that ship, yes.
Oh, I see. There's the path and there's the gate and all that good stuff. Okay.
All right, so yeah, there's a couple guards outside this gate. It is closed. They look armed. You do see a sign above the gate that says Gantry, and to the side of the gate in blood red letters that are painted on the wall, it says "No guns."
No guns. Ah. All right. Well, this is where we want to take our bodies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you have to remind me. What was the name of the guy, of the head merchant? I forget again.
Endish. Omar Endish.
Omar Endish.
Omar Endish. Okay. Well.
And just as a point of order before you guys do any of this, looking at the map, the circle that is connected to the gate is the lower part. It has the grate and the sanctuary gallows. The outer circle is up a level, so it's above the lower part, and then the ship is above that. And yeah.
All right. Well, we need to go in.
I will lead the way.
Okay.
Let me do the talking, gentlemen.
You approach the guards, and
I was gonna say before we approach the guards, please hand me a few throwing knives, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, you can have the other 5.
Okay, great.
there you go. All right, so as you guys start wheeling these carts closer, the guards, who look like they were bored and like not really, paying attention, do notice you, and they get upright, and you see that the ones in the back look like they're getting ready just in case. They are armed. The guys in front are armed also, but they look more like they're getting ready to stop you and inspect you.
What are they armed with?
Let's see.
Do they have guns?
Yeah.
They are armed with, you can see them. They do have a sword, and it's looking like they also have like an auto gun each.
All right.
Greetings.
That's
Who's gonna
very
call out to
chipper. They say, all right, looks like you're bringing some bodies in. We're gonna have to inspect, and you're gonna have to turn over any and all weapons.
Fair enough. I'm just a merchant. Don't really carry too much.
He says, all right, bring the cart up. First cart.
All right. Take the first card up. Let him do his thing.
Okay, he does start searching the cart. We'll have them roll. So let's see, what's a good search?
Search is
Look for gag reflex.
perception. It would be a perception-based roll. So
Yeah.
Probably awareness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not too good in that, so we'll go with that. All right, so he and his partner start checking over the cart. They pat you down.
That's
yeah,
athletics.
they don't find anything.
That's that's not awareness.
That is athletics. Good point.
they're very fat too.
Oh,
Wow! And they're
Okay,
eating less
so-
away.
They really don't find anything.
They find nothing on the cart or on your person, so they say, "All right, go on in."
They
And, they wave you in, and they bring up the next cart.
All right, I'll move right
Same type of thing that happens there. They check the cart.
Jesus, there aren't
they-
even bodies in this cart.
These cards
They,
don't have
the one guy, as he bends down to look over your cart, bangs his head against it. As he rubs his head, he just waves you in. The third cart, they check. Wow. All right,
Not
yeah.
even close.
He finds nothing in your cart, and he waves you in as well, and then they go back
All
to
right,
their
let's
posts
go.
and board them.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Lucius.
They grunt at you as you go in, and they go back. And now that you're closer, you can see they look like they were playing cards.
All right, so where you want to dump these carts at?
Well, we should probably take them to where they would expect them to go, which is to the master merchant guy, Omar.
Which is where?
Isn't that Sanctuary
the
Gallows?
Yeah.
Manor is upstairs.
All right, so we'll go to Sanctuary Gallows, drop off the bodies.
It looks like stairs, but it's actually a lift. There's really no image
Oh,
for a lift.
okay.
So yeah, you guys can go up there.
Sanctuary. Well, no, it wouldn't be. What? Wait, is it Endish Manor? Is that where we have to take these?
You didn't really ask anybody that.
Dude, you literally just said, let's get a cart full of bodies, shove weapons into it, and let's go. You had no other plan other than that.
Oh, I mean, sometimes
Well-
I don't think things through.
I
What?
would imagine that
We're in, aren't we?
You guys suddenly have a spotlight shined on you, and looking around, you see that it's coming from the ship up in there, and it sees you guys, and then it just continues on spotlighting the rest of the area. And you do see that it does have guns on that ship, and they look like they are pristine.
all right.
But they're pointing in the wrong direction.
They're not pointing at really anyone right now, but the spotlights on the ship are like scanning the
Scanning the area.
city.
Okay. Well, theoretically, if they have such a big bodies trade, I bet there might be things pointing to where we need to
Why is he
go.
gasping? What? Oh my god, does he have an idea?
Oh my god.
Fuck, he has an idea.
Oh no.
All right, tell us.
Okay. So, we have, and I'm going to whisper to him very quietly.
Okay.
I wonder if there's any structurally weak points on that ship.
You want to blow up the ship, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You want to use the dirty bomb to blow up the ship, don't you?
I absolutely do.
Oh my god, I love that idea.
Looking at the ship, you see that it would be difficult to get to that ship. You don't see any lift up to it. You're not sure how that guy gets
with the map?
down.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But so if you would have to find a way up to that ship. It's not like on the same level as level 2.
Or
It's
we could
suspended
throw the
above
dirty
it.
bomb up there.
But it's in a body, but clearly it has to have some sort of support structure,
Dude.
right?
Catapult.
You're gonna build a catapult.
What? You're just gonna, what are you gonna do? Build a catapult in the fucking center of town and just be like, "Hey, don't mind me, just building a fucking catapult."
No.
What? First of all, we don't have the resources for that. What are you gonna build it out of? Fucking
Motherfucker.
paper clips and gum wads? You don't even chew gum.
Exactly.
As you build this catapult, Vornis Crimson comes on and says, "Trebuchets are better," and he shoots you.
Exactly.
Let's jump these bodies. We'll put the body with the dirty bomb somewhere, so that way, if we need to use a distraction, we can blow it up, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
I try to
I
tell.
wonder if we could just
stories.
leave it there underneath the support structure, and then if we do need the distraction, we do that.
We gotta remember the red sky is right next to Indish Manor, so
That's
we
true.
blow that.
All right, here's the plan then. Here's the plan.
Okay.
We take the one carrying our weapons and park it behind basically Indish Manor.
Okay.
Drop the other one off beneath near the support structure of the ship. And then we go back to Indish Manor. If shit starts to hit the fan, we blow the body.
And then we jump out the window and grab our weapons.
No, we're taking our fucking weapons into the manor, ding dong.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a little sketchy.
We'll be inside the manor. What is he
Yeah,
gonna
but then
do?
when we
Turn
get
the
out
fucking ship
manor,
and
we're
blow
gonna
up
have
the
weapons.
fucking
How are we gonna
manor?
get out? So you're planning on getting out with a drastic escape. Is what you're saying. You did not plan on being quiet at all this entire escapade.
I mean, flamethrowers aren't the most inconspicuous weapons.
Oh, you
I
son
do
of a
remind
bitch.
you guys, you're here to find this Nurgle cult and not blow up like the body trade.
Exactly.
It is also heresy.
Is the body trade heresy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
just illegal.
No, it's pretty heretical.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick to the original plan and not kill everybody. We're gonna go into Indish Manor, get the information that we need. When we leave, we will take the
So wait,
cards.
we have 3 cards, correct? We have 3 cards. Yes.
You said you each took one.
Right.
Yeah. One of them carries our weapons. One of them is just full of corpses, and one has the bomb. Right.
Okay.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
Okay. So we take the one with the bomb to the red sky and just kind of leave it there. It's a fucking corpse thing. Nobody's really gonna pay it much mind. There's a corpse straight down here. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really inconspicuous. It's gonna be really suspicious if it's the only cart with bodies next to the
Yeah,
rest.
if you leave a whole cart of bodies,
I will
Maybe
say
we-
the city is not like dead. There are people going about their business. You do see a couple people in the red outfits of the guards that were outside. They look like they're patrolling every now and again. There's not a
Exactly.
lot of them, but they do exist.
So this is what we do. We'll move with the carts as if we're going somewhere, and we'll pretend like we got lost, and we need to know where to drop the bodies off.
Okay, fair enough.
Then, when we figure out where to drop the bodies off, we'll make a plan from there.
What's wrong with my plan?
Your plan is going to get us all killed. That's what's
You
wrong.
want? I mean, you liked about the blowing up the ship part, though.
I mean, I did until I realized where the fuck we are.
They're just guards, and they only have is auto guns. Which I mean, I get you're terrified of because you almost lost your leg.
That was a sword.
That was the sword.
Was it? I thought it was an auto
It
gun.
was,
All
it was a chain sword.
sword.
Second of all, fuck you.
right, fair enough. Let's go.
All right.
So most of these
so
guards are carrying auto guns, but you see that the looks like their swords are more their primary weapon, just by the way they carry them and how much better kept they are.
So let's ask. So as we're walking, we'll ask one of the guards. Hey, excuse me. We told
First time here. Yeah, new. We're new.
First time
to the
here. We
area.
know where to dump these bodies off.
He says, first time, huh? Ha ha, popping your cherry, yeah. This guy's creepy.
You're gross.
You.
Hikari says he's gross.
you
Yeah,
are
the
disgusting.
guy who wants to build a human centipede says this guy is gross.
He looks at
I
Cardi
don't
and
want
says,
to.
I
I
can
didn't
show
want to
you
build a
gross
human
later.
centipede.
Not you. Will said that. Lucius.
You know what? I was trying to build a human centipede for your benefit. Fuck you. You
How would it?
ungrateful bastard.
What? How is that going to benefit me? In
You're
what?
an ungrateful bastard.
I tried.
You're
I
right.
tried.
You know what? Shift the blame to me because you feel embarrassed about
I'm
your
not
dirty.
I'm not embarrassed. You're just an ungrateful bastard.
He does creepily hit on Hikari while you guys are doing this.
Okay, we need to go
Okay.
before Hikari stabs the shit out of this guy. Listen,
The guard's partner kind of elbows him and he says, "Sorry, my guy is my partner here is undateable." And he points up in this direction towards this building. He says, "Drop the bodies off of there, then go see Endis for your payment."
Perfect. I like that plan. Okay. Thank you very much.
So we
As
got to
you guys
go
walk
up.
away, you see him smack the other guard upside the head and say, "What's wrong with you?"
I was going to
Just
tell
trying
him
to get
bugger's
laid.
the wrong tree. She's only in the trees.
that guard had yellow fever. I mean, he probably has a lot of fevers. Let's be honest.
I was about to say that. Judging from his face, he's probably had many fevers in his lifetime.
All right. So we're dropping off at this building, you said?
Yeah, we're
The
dropping off at that
warehouse
building.
looking building, yeah.
Mine doesn't do the thing anymore.
That's fine. It
So
doesn't have to. So we'll drop him off there. All right, cool. So let's take the cart to
We
bodies
gotta
over
go
there,
up the lift.
and let's go inside the warehouse and take a look at it before we discuss anything else.
Okay.
Well, before we bring the bodies there, we need to figure out what we're going to do with our weapons.
Well, that's what we're saying. We're going to take the bodies and stuff in there.
Well, isn't it too late once we're in the building?
Well, we don't know if the building is manned or guarded. I mean, it could just be, hey,
here's what we'll do.
lift up the door.
Right.
put
We
it-
don't know if it's manned or guarded, which means walking in there without having a plan for our weapons already seems really stupid.
Well, we could always take Enoch's approach and just kill all the guards there, and then they'll be fine.
Nah, I didn't say that.
I don't think that's his plan, and if he did think that was his plan, we would have to convince him not to.
Fair enough. Fair
That's a
enough.
really stupid plan.
Okay, one, that didn't come out of my mouth. Two,
But
let's
you thought it.
go up the lift. We'll dump the one with our weapons behind a random house or whatever, or behind the actual warehouse, whatever we need to do. Take the bomb inside. One of
There
us
are
stays with
definitely
the
dark
cart.
corners and stuff behind these houses and everything
Yeah.
that you could hide.
One of us
something there.
stays with the cart. The other two take the bodies.
I'll
All
stay
right,
with the
how
card.
about this then? If we're gonna put the bomb, let's not put the bomb at that warehouse because we're gonna have to escape in that direction. We got to put the bomb somewhere else on the other side, so then that way it diverts their attention over there.
I still like the bomb underneath the. But we could just remove that one
That is
body.
so suspicious,
What if it's just the one body though? One body is harder to see than a fucking
dude.
cart.
One body with nothing there. Someone's gonna walk. They're constantly. I bet you that Red Sky place is guarded.
You're just gonna have to Weekend at Bernie's, the bomb party or something, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it.
He's
You know
our
what?
police
If
sleep.
we end up getting chased, that warehouse is exactly where we want the bomb. Because if we have to flee past that warehouse, we'll blow it after we're all past.
We can do it that way too, I guess.
That seems like a much more solid plan than kill all the guards.
I will say you guys probably went up the lift now, and you do see this building here, and you see that there's two guards standing outside the building. But other than that, it's like a garage door-sized opening and a ramp up into it that you could easily get these cars
Wait.
into.
I got an idea. Let's leave
Oh,
the
no.
dirty bomb body near the lift. We'll go take the lift, and then once we're on the lift, we'll blow it.
You don't
Then
think
they have to-
somebody's just gonna? I mean, I'm sure that lift gets used often, and a pile of stinking corpses isn't gonna get moved.
One corpse near the fucking lift. It fell off the fucking cart. We can put it near the lift in a dark corner somewhere.
I like let's stick to the
I
original
still
plan.
think it's better
Well,
to put
if
it in
we
the
take the
warehouse.
lift and we blow the lift, they're gonna have to come onto the other side of the base in order to follow us.
I mean, if we blow that factory, the same thing is going to happen.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. They could still go through there and meet up with us.
They're going to have a hard time, I
Dude, this
imagine.
bomb is not that big of a blow. It's not that big of a detonation. Like, it's just a strap. It just shreds shit and blows up enough to blow some machinery.
I could add a couple of napalm canisters to it.
What napalm canisters do you have? Do you have
I
napalm?
have-
He's just
I
a
have
lonely
fuel.
guard.
For
have-
my flamer.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You want to sacrifice your flamethrower?
No,
Not
just some of the
sacrificing
fuel.
it. I can add a couple of fuel canisters to it and make that shit.
How many fuel canisters did you bring?
I think I have 5 for each.
Okay, we'll do it your way. This is totally gonna go bad. This is totally gonna go bad. I'm
All
gonna
right.
get shot in the leg.
All right, so question: the 2 guards are at the warehouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this first house that's in front of the warehouse, what's there?
It looks like just a living quarter shack, like somebody's house.
And no one.
It's
no
slightly
one's
better
there.
quality than the ones below, but not by much.
And there's no one loitering around it, no guards, nothing like that. And it looks like we can get around behind it.
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay, then this is where we should unload the corpses that have our weapons behind this house.
Yes. And you stick with them.
I will stay with them.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got the range, so that makes sense.
If anybody approaches,
Kill them.
cut them,
Oh, and if that
decode
guard
them,
comes
and
back-
add them to the pile.
if that
Yeah.
guard comes back, make sure you give him your phone number.
No.
What?
He
The-
totally digged you.
The fuck kind of archaic shit are you talking? Phone number.
I'll cut his balls off if he talks to me again.
He will totally be in with that from the
That
way he
won't-
looks.
That's not going to end well.
All right, so you guys take these carts to that house before you go to this warehouse, and then I don't know. Did you guys actually mark the bodies when you put your stuff in them, so you know which?
I mean,
they're the ones
It's
with
hard.
vision.
It's hard to.
All right,
And I have a
I'll
heavy
give you-
flamer in one.
The flamer one is definitely obvious, like you're able to pull that off the cart. The others, I'll give you that too. You're able to find your weapons, like they're cut up. You were able to do it. You pull all those bodies off, and you stack them neatly behind this house, kind of in the shadows.
And I'm
Put a
I'm
tree
gonna
branch
move-
over them.
Yeah, then I'm gonna move to like the other part of the house so I have line of sight
Okay.
to the guards and the opening in the front of the warehouse.
All right. Well, this little ramp here is where they are, kind of. So you would have to
Okay.
come up front, probably. But yeah.
Oh.
right.
And then I sit down and sadly clean all of the viscera off of my sniper rifle.
Oh,
You took-
stuff.
You took
You
the
took it
sniper
out.
rifle out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
How
that.
how else am I gonna cover them from long range if I don't have my sniper rifle?
That's probably fair. I'll let
Okay.
it go.
All right. So are Arioch and Lucius going to take these carts over to this warehouse then?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna add. I obviously have at least 2 canisters of flamer fuel on me,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna stuff them down into the cart near the body that has the bomb on it.
Okay.
For just
And you
in
leave
case.
that back at the house, or are you taking the bomb one with you?
Oh no! That the bomb comes with us.
Okay. All right, so you guys approach this warehouse. The guards see you approaching with the bodies, and they don't really pay you much mind. They just like wave you towards the ramp and go back to. They're also playing cards. That's all that they have really to do here. So you go up the ramp, and once you're inside, you see that this place has what looks like a stack of bodies in one side. The other side looks like it has jars and containers and refrigerators with body parts. And between those, you see tables with about, we'll say about 10 guys in scrubs, masks, carving up bodies.
Okay.
Well,
So how is there like a?
There's a body pile that you can throw your bodies on. Yes.
Yeah, I see that. I understand that. I just want to kind of wave somebody over, like, "Hey, come here." Just anybody walking by.
Well, I mean, the only other people in here are the ones carving the bodies up, the 2 guards outside. The ones carving the body ups aren't going to pay you any mind. They're busy. If
Okay.
you're going to bug the guard, they look at you and they say, what?
This is our first time, guys, and I apologize for disturbing your game. I see you guys are busy. I just want to know: is there like a ticket system? How do we get paid for these?
The one guard sighs and he gets up. He says, "Fine," and he takes out this what looks like a notebook, and he walks over to the cart, and it looks like he's counting. And he says, "Okay, you got about 30 bodies, average quality."
Average? Come on, these are straight from the moratorium. Come on now. I mean, yeah, a couple of them have a little bit of viscera poking out here and there, but.
And he points to the one and says, "That one looks cut up a bit." And he's writing this all on the paper, and he rips it out and hands it to you. It's obviously some kind of receipt. He says, Endish will pay you. And he
All right,
goes
so
back to his card game.
I head over to Endish Manor after we dump these off. Then
He says, "Obviously," and he just walks back to his card.
good talk. Fucking
And you look at the receipt, and it just says, in poorly written common, like this guy you don't think went to school. It says 30 bods, Av, 1 cut, and it's his signature, you assume, but you can't make that name out.
Fair enough. All right, so let's dump these bodies.
All right. You dump the
This
bodies.
is Risha's fault.
You dump the bodies on the floor. Maybe a little more careful with the explosive one.
Yeah. Make sure the fuel canisters stay tucked with it.
All right. So yeah, you dump all these bodies. You let the bodies hit the floor, and your cards are now empty.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, please tell me I'm not the only person that got that.
I know what you mean. I obviously said that on purpose.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we know. We
Go
got
ahead.
it.
All right.
All right. So you guys take your carts back out, I guess, and go meet up with Hikari, or are you going right to the Endish man?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go and do what we gotta do.
I mean, there's a substantial stack of bodies there. I don't think they're going to get to ours anytime soon.
Oh,
No.
definitely not. There's only like 10 surgeons, and they have to like extract every viable body part they can get out of these bodies. So there's a lot of heaviers, yeah. This quad, he is looped out of his mind.
I probably shouldn't go with them because I have my weapon out.
Yeah, that would be
Well,
bad.
hold on. Are there... I mean, there's clearly a way behind that building, all the way into Endish Manor, right?
I repeat,
Right.
there are guards patrolling. You just haven't had any come across you yet.
I mean, I could try to stealth my way around to. Hang on.
Also,
To-
keep in mind that ship is spreading its searchlight all over the place.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Or I don't plan on just walking down the fucking street with a power maul and a heavy flamer.
Yeah, you do.
I could like,
plan on that.
I could like try to
Maybe
stealth
later,
my
but not
way
at the moment.
along this path that I just drew, right there.
Okay. I will make you, if you want to do that, do a stealth
Oh, I
check.
absolutely need to roll. Yeah.
Stealth check plus 20 because honestly, nobody's really looking for you.
Stealth check plus 20. All right. That can't be right.
No, that's not right. You hit the plus, didn't you? Just type 20.
Yes, I did.
You literally stubbed your toe and everyone.
No,
You just run through town screaming.
that's much more realistic for what my stealth skill is.
You run through town screaming, "Look at my gun!"
All right, that's 5 degrees of success. Yeah, you definitely are
right,
able to get
and-
over there.
Should have
then
had
I'm
you bring the rest of
gonna,
our weaponry with you, but whatever.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and hang on a second. Then I'm gonna make my way up to the top of the house so I have a good view of the manor.
All right.
And I hide myself kind of behind like a little outcropping so that when the searchlight goes by, it doesn't hit me.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You think you're fully out of sight of everything right now, and you are. I'm not screwing with you. Okay. So Hikari is well concealed and positioned. What are Elroch and Lucius gonna do next?
We're gonna turn in this fucking ticket, get paid.
Hey, I sent you a message. So in Discord.
Who, me?
No, Stonius.
Oh, okay. Discord is doesn't really inform me of that. Let me look here.
Yeah, I just send the messages on the whispers on the chat thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. But I didn't want to type something and then have all you see it, and I'm like, fuck, not what I wanted to do.
Well, why?
I had a question to ask him. Shit.
No.
That would be a difficult. Well, let me think about it for a while.
Yeah.
All right, so you two head to Endish Manor, and it doesn't really have any guards or nothing. It's you get the idea. This guy probably doesn't want them around. Patrolling's good enough. So you knock on the door, and the door is opened by an elderly man. He says, "Yeah."
I'm just gonna wave my ticket at him. Here to
He
get
looks at
paid.
the ticket and he says, "All right, come on in." And he opens the door and points you towards what looks like kind of a living room. It has a desk and a couple chairs in it. And he tells you to take a seat. And he takes the ticket from you too. And he sits down behind the desk and he starts to tap on a computer that's there. He says, "I haven't seen you before. You new?"
Yeah, we're new. Got recruited from Chapter House 17.
He says, yeah, whatever. I don't really care where it's from." He says, "I'm Omar Endish. I am the head merchant here. Obviously, you knew about our little trade. Since you're here with a bunch of bodies." He says, "From the looks of it, of what this guard wrote, decent bodies, except for maybe one of them. I can pay you not too bad for that." And he does pay you. He does hand you a meager payment, but you get the idea that this is a decent amount for this area. And he says, "Well, do you need anything else?"
Do I see any security measures or guards in place in the room?
No.
I don't respect you.
None.
No, this guy seems like a bit of a recluse.
Oh, good. Actually, there was one more thing, Mr. Endish,
I don't know why.
that I'd like to talk to you about.
He says, "Yeah, go ahead.
As I'm stepping closer to him.
I'm always interested in business opportunities."
Oh, I bet that you are. You see, there's a cult of Nurgle in the area, and I'd very much like to find the people that took something from me that belonged to this cult.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking something up here. He says, "Oh, the cult. Yes, I have heard of them. I am not the one that deals with the cults. That would be Vornis Crimson. He will not meet anybody directly, but I can get you a video conference with him if you so desire. But I don't recommend it, but that's up to you. I'm not your father."
I'm not here to cause any trouble, sir. Not for you and not for Mr. Crimson. All I want is the item returned to me. As I'm sure you would if something had been stolen from you.
Was
Here's
it really
the deal.
stolen from us?
The little artifact that was on the body, remember?
Yeah,
The fake
he did steal
apple?
that.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, fuck that.
He taps a bit on his computer. He says, All right. Vornish. He only meets people via video, like I said. You will have to go to the Crimson House to meet him. I have set you up an appointment. I just typed in the name new guys. So if you just go up there and say you're the new guys, you should get in. Yeah. Any other business you would like to conduct today? I'm always interested.
No, I'm good.
Do you only deal in the body trade? Or are you open to other trades as well?
He says, I mainly deal in body trade and drug smuggling. I shouldn't call it that, though, should I? I
No,
only
probably
deal
not.
in pharmaceutical business and body recovery.
Urban pharmaceutical distributing.
Sure, that sounds all right.
Yeah, don't take my idea.
He says, no, I do not deal in anything beyond that. Vornis is very strict about what I can deal in.
Well, you seem to have his ear, and you seem to be doing well for yourself. And the guards sure do look like they could use better and newer weapons. Just saying, I have some connections in the Upper Hive that could supply this town with some great gear.
He says, oh, you would definitely have to go through Vornis for that. He is completely put a lockdown on all weapons in this place.
Fair enough. I don't know what else I want to do to this guy. I don't want to give a source of...
I was curious what you do the end.
I wasn't expecting him to be as upfront about the cult as he was.
Totally through
Yeah.
him.
I expected him to resist a
You
little bit.
get the idea that he doesn't really care. He's an older guy.
Yeah.
He's just conducting
Counting
business.
Sits back, counts. He's a Scrooge. He's a Scrooge. He sits back and counts his stacks of fucking money.
Yeah, and Vornis is the one that does all the big stuff that he won't let him touch, so he don't care.
So there's
I'm
no way
making-
for us to go see Vornis.
We are. All right. Thank you, Mr. Endish, for your hospitality. We will be on our way.
He says, if you guys ever bring in your bodies, just come see me. Always willing to pay.
Absolutely. I will be seeing you again. I promise.
That was ominous.
He says, why do you keep winking when you say that?
I didn't wink. It's an eye tick. It's a thing. I'm sorry.
He likes you.
And never mind my
This is
servitor.
completely improvisational, Michelle.
Roll for sexual harassment.
Roll for sexual harassment. Never mind my servitor. He seems to be malfunctioning. Let's go, dummy.
Michelle, the only thing that I didn't improvise there was the
Two
name
for a
of the
reason.
gang I was looking up. That's all.
All right, so what's now, almighty headmaster?
I don't.
I guess we guess we go see Vornish. I'm gonna get on my.
I basically give them an
communicator
open
as we're
world
walking out
with
of the night, I'm gonna
limits,
say
Michelle.
you're gonna have to move. We got to go to Crimson House, which is on the other side of this city.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I assumed that Hikari was listening in to you guys over the thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Through the earpiece, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
on your way there, since I'm assuming you're going to make the upper around trip versus trying to go through the bottom part of it, check out the Red Sky and see what we can do maybe about that.
Yeah, I could go exploring the red sky a little bit.
Okay.
So I guess we leave and head like this way around.
Okay,
this house?
you're gonna head basically west. All right.
Yep.
All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm assuming that there's no guards behind...
Oh, there's guards walking around, but yeah, they
Well,
don't
no,
really.
I mean, I'm saying behind the Endish Manor in that area back there.
No, there's no real guards there yet.
Okay, so I'm going to get down off of this thing, make my way back behind the Endish Manor,
Okay.
And I'm going to stash my sniper rifle like under a bush or something.
That's fine, yeah.
And then I'm going to casually walk around the red sky and take a look around and see what I can
Okay.
discern from the area.
I can't really tell you what type of ship it is. It is a shuttlecraft-sized fighter craft. It does have cannons on it that look like they are upkept. It looks like the spotlights on it were added to it, but they are fully functional. You see them like scanning various areas. You get the impression that maybe he's not always manning that, but there probably is like a computer system also checking for like basic like weapon signatures and stuff.
Okay.
It's way up, like it's this city is kind of rimmed around the edge, like you see. This is at the very top. It's actually kind of on a rock outcropping too. It looks like this ship crashed through like the upper layer of the hive and just kind of landed where it is, and it's been suspended ever since. It does have a couple of support chains tied to the rock structure, and you think it would be very, very difficult to destroy those chains from down here. You don't think a sniper shot would do it?
No, probably not.
No. These are heavy duty chains. This thing is definitely lodged in there, though. Like, you think that it would take a significant explosion even without the chains to dislodge it. Like, it's been here for a while. There's been some growth. But
would you say that they're probably about the same strength as a reinforced hab door?
Oh God.
The chains?
Yeah.
Like, you want to hit them with your power maul. If you got up there somehow and you hit them with a power maul, yeah, you could go through them.
All right.
They're not they're not made of adamantium or something, yeah.
I mean, the power maul can crack Space Marine armor if swung hard enough. I mean, I couldn't crack Space Marine armor with it,
Michelle, for the
but I mean, another
check.
Space Marine could.
Yeah.
And you would either succeed or fail.
Hang on a sec. I'll be right back.
Hey, I'm gonna take a quick break while he's doing that too.
Well, Michelle asked me a question I need to answer anyway. So yeah, Michelle, if you were playing and you said that you wanted to flirt with that guy, like, I would have you roll a check for it. It would be a charm. It would absolutely be charm. And I would just roll Hikari here just to show you. Like, it rolls a D100, and it, based on the character stats, it assigns a target. Like, this target was 14, which you want low numbers. Like, you want to roll low numbers, and you want your target to be high. It's basically golf. Dungeons and Dragons would be the reverse. You want high numbers when you roll. So you actually would have succeeded this roll, even though it's a 14. Like, that is basically a 14% chance of success, like a 14 out of 100 chance. And this roll was an 11, which is incredibly good. So you would have succeeded in your charm, and I would have said, like, okay, you are able to flirt with this guy and charm him, and maybe that gets you more information. He's more willing to share with you or
Maybe
sell with you, or maybe you sleep with him, but, you know, whatever.
Take you to Pound Town.
Maybe he gives you the D.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, depending on how high your rating is for this game.
Huh. Hi.
But, yeah, that's how that would work, Michelle. Dungeons and Dragons is very similar. Like, if you tried to flirt in Dungeons and Dragons, I would make you roll a check for it also. And it would apply to your character sheet's stats. But yeah, it's the hardest part, I think, for any of these games.
You know you
is,
like the wrinkly D.
the hardest part for these games, I think, is to initially build your character, because you have to learn how the math works for these games. Once you've done that, you're pretty much okay.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Hikari did not flirt with that guy because she would have done really well, apparently.
Well, Hikari's way of flirting is stabbing you in the chest, so.
That was
Yeah.
off your character sheet. Like, that is your charm roll, actually, so.
Well,
That's
my
a-
charm roll's not great.
No, you have nothing in charm, so I didn't think that would be successful to show her, but yeah.
Like I just rolled it and
Yeah. Well, I mean, 69, I might actually give you that.
nice.
Oh, what are you trying to charm?
Oh, I'm not
No.
actually trying to. We were
Michelle
demonstrating.
asked what would have happened. Like, she was asking, like, how this works and what would happen if she, like, said, I flirt with that guy.
Oh, well then, yeah, you could do. Let's see, that or this right here, and it would have worked
Yeah, that would have been a success, too.
because
See, Glenn should have flirted with him because Glenn wants the wrinkly D.
no, I don't. I don't.
I think
Unless
you
it-
do.
Unless that means ripping it from his body and then beating him to death with it as I ask him to repent.
Jesus is watching you!
Jesus has seen what you've done with this dirty member. Now you will be punished. All right, so
Everybody's
I wanna-
back.
I want to call like make a little earpiece call to Hikari. I know you're investigating the Red Sky, but with your long range or your called shot long range, I
Yeah,
don't think that you need to move up close to the Crimson House. You can go back and watch our gear, and
Yeah,
you have.
that's-
I mean, basically, it's
yeah.
right
that's,
across
that's,
the way.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So we'll say Hikari sneaks back up to that first house. Since that's the same place you've been, I won't make you roll again. The other two dorks are going to go to the Crimson House. When you get there, you do see that there are two guards posed outside, and the one pulls up his tablet, and he says, you must be the new guys. You have an appointment to speak with Vornis Crimson, correct?
Yes.
He says, go on inside.
Go inside.
All right. The two of
I'm
you go
assuming they have
inside.
chain swords as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So you go inside and you see there's not much in this house. It's a fairly dark room. It has a table and there's a big view screen at the back wall. So you guys basically go and sit at the table. And once you do that, the view screen lights up and you see a man appear on it. And do I have a picture of him? I do. All right, and this guy pops up.
Uh-oh.
And he says, gentlemen, I am Vornis Crimson.
Mr. Crimson.
Yes, Endish said that you had a business inquiry with me.
Indeed, I do. And nothing to your discredit, sir, but I see that your guards are armed with simple melee weapons and a few unkempt auto guns. Must be difficult to get weapons down here, and from what I understand, you don't really care for them yourself.
He says, it's not that I don't care for them, it's that I don't trust anybody with them.
That's fair. That's fair. But what if you could arm your guards with some of the higher quality weapons that you may find in Upper Hive? I do have
State-of-the-art
connections.
weaponry.
Some of more state-of-the-art, well-kept weaponry that you would see maybe some of the Imperial Guard carrying. Las rifles, shock batons.
He says, I like to keep my guards armed, but not too well armed, but I may be willing to acquire some ammo from you. Is that what you came to see me for?
That is actually, that can be arranged.
Okay.
And in addition to payment and arranging all of this, there's only one other thing I would require.
Oh, and what would that be?
information.
Says, that is the most precious commodity.
It is indeed. And surely a man of your stature and with the connections you have, or so I hear, you may be just the person that can help me.
He says, perhaps. Let me ask you, though, where is the third?
Third what?
The woman that came in with you on the carts. I saw him when you entered and put the spotlight on you. Perhaps you noticed.
I saw the spotlight, yes. Very nice ship you have. And she's, I don't know, probably seeking drink or something of other entertainment down in the bar or whatever.
He says. He looks you over and says, I'm not sure what information you are going to ask for, but as of right now, I do not trust you too much. But I am a fair man, and I am a man who likes his entertainment, and recently it's been fairly dull here. Since there are 3 of you, I propose that each one of you take up one of my challenges, and should you succeed or fail, I do not really care, just as long as it's entertaining, I will give you whatever information you ask. Good night, Acolytes. He says it's a trifle thing. Three tasks. I will give you a name, and you can decide who does what. The first task is called the Knife Lock. The second is called the Red Run. And the third is Tangling with Death.
What were those again?
Knife Run?
Knife Lock, Red Run, and Tangling with Death.
So knife walk sounds like it's probably some sort of tricky acrobatic thing. And I actually have a pretty good acrobatics score, so that should probably be mine.
He says, I like to keep this surprising. Well, yeah, he says I like to keep my little entertainment surprising to the contestants, but I will give you. Let's say I will give you one. If you ask me what it is, I will tell you.
What is Tangling with Death?
Yeah, that's the one I want to know.
This is an interesting one. It involves 2 opponents, each with a knife, moving through a thick metal webbing to finish each other off. So, do you get the name Tangled? Webbing?
Yeah. Yeah. Clever. Well, with any trade, there is always room for negotiation. We will do 2 of your tasks. And you get to select who does what.
Interesting. He looks at you and he says, you look like a tough one. And he looks at the other one and says, you... I don't know what to make of you. I don't really understand people adding robot parts to themselves. So he says, very well. Big guy, you will be doing Knife Lock. Robo guy, you will be doing Red Run. And you notice the one he told you, he's the one he left off.
What?
I said the one he told you what it was, he left off of the 2 that he just assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Lucius,
All right,
you're up
he
for the
says,
Red Run.
He says, very good. Proceed to the center of town, and we will begin. My guards know what to do, and the monitor switches off.
Hikari, did you get all that?
I did. I don't like it.
Well, you don't have to like it. All you have to do is keep us alive.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. So I assume you guys go to the center of town, except for Hikari.
Yeah.
All right, and there are guards there, and one of the spotlights is like over the grading of the dead center of town, and you can look down, and you do see that sludge water running underneath town. You also see that there appear to be some bodies down there. So one of the guards comes up, and it's a tough-looking guy, and he takes some of his armor off, and you see he's fairly muscular, and the other guard with him waves Elroch over.
Okay.
All right, and when you get there, he says, "Please, both of you, extend your left arms."
I guess I do so.
Okay, and at that point, he pulls out some manacles and locks you both together, and he then hands each of you a knife, and he says, "This is to the death, of course, or if one of you submits, we will consider ending it." And he walks away, and he shoots a gun in the air and says, "Begin!" And just for the record, anytime you make an attack with this knife, you have a -10 penalty because of the manacles. And you can also not dodge.
Huh.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make we're not going to bring up like a turn order, but make a basic initiative agility roll.
Oh, I don't have a token.
That is true, isn't it? Just roll agility.
Oh, that's gonna be garbage.
This is still above the grate, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, which means I can see it.
Okay, so you both sucked at that, but he's sucked a little less, so he's going to go first.
Let him.
All right.
It's a fucking knife against my armor. So, I mean, unless he hits me a bunch of times.
Yeah, I should have had you take the armor off. Oh, well. He is... you get the impression he might be able to stick it somewhere that hurts, though.
Okay, I get that impression then. Don't.
Okay,
stab
so
me
this is
in
going to say sword, but it's the knife. It's the correct everything, so... We'll just
Can I, do you want me to input this into my gear so I have proper weapon stats for it?
You don't have to. It's just a 1d10. There's no bonus or anything.
That's what she said.
So I'm just going to go ahead and add melee weapon, knife.
Remember, everything's a -10 here.
D10 type is rending, probably.
Yeah.
Does it have
So-
penetration?
No.
Okay.
So he did hit you with the knife for the first hit. So
Okay.
let's see. The damage is going to be crap because he failed.
Huh.
So his knife goes at you. You see him like kind of swing it towards your head. Wait, knights! I can't just do that. Hold on. So with a 52, it actually does go towards your body, and it just basically like he isn't able to find a chink in your
Glances
armor.
off the armor.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do then is I am going to frenzy.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch because I'm not gonna be in the way of this.
Well, you're manacled to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
all
true.
right.
No, I'm manacled to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other challenge hasn't begun yet. Like we're doing one at a time. You're just kind of standing there watching this knife fight.
All right, so I'm gonna frenzy,
It's like West Side Story.
which means
Yeah, all the guards are snapping their fingers as this is going.
which means now I get to attack twice and counterattack.
Remember,
Go right ahead.
your attacks are at -10.
Yeah.
So I will take it all out. I'll just do the lightning attack, which is at -10.
Okay,
Look at
that's
you.
fine, yeah. Easiest way to do it.
Modifier. Yeah. The weapon skill is 4. Ooh, not 41.
You wish.
I missed. First
you take
attack.
a swing at him, and it does not. It's. I would say that you lightly scratched him, but it's not even enough to bleed him. So he takes another swing at you.
Nope, I get 2 attacks.
That's right. Yeah. So you
So
come down
basic-
again with the knife.
So basically,
I
during
miss
this
again.
entire encounter,
Oh, well, that one's 62 and the other one's
I'm
42.
hidden on the roof, and
Yeah, you're kind of watching this.
I'm watching it through the scope of my sniper rifle.
Right.
This reminds me of Yu Yu Hakusho.
So
little
he's
bit.
able to hit again. Well, he definitely rolled better that time. He is able to slice at you for 11 points of damage.
With no penetration.
Yeah.
So I think that does like 1 hit point.
Okay. He nicks you.
Nick me.
He nicked you in the left leg.
That sounds familiar. I get a counterattack.
Go right ahead.
Got him.
Yep.
That's a
So
hit.
just roll a d10.
Got him.
There's your damage. Wow, you crit. You crit. And that's and you rolled a 2-0, which is an 0-2, which means that was a headshot.
That was what?
That was a headshot.
He's dead.
You critically hit a headshot. So let's just add a bit of flavor, and let me open the book here. Or you know what? Just say how you kill this guy with your knife headshot.
With a knife headshot? I just fucking cram this goddamn knife through his ear, watch it penetrate the other side, then drop him like a goddamn microphone on a stage.
And then I'm the hype man, like, and that's how we rap battle, bitches.
All the guards
I
start
just want to
cheering.
wave. After that, I'm just gonna wave one of the guards over and just point to the cuffs. Can somebody get this off of me now?
The guards start cheering and applauding, and you actually hear Vornis over the speaker go, "Well done." And the guard from before walks up and takes the manacles off, and he kind of slaps you on the back and walks off.
Touch me again, and I'll break you in half.
All right, so the guard walks up to Lucius and says, "Follow me," and he takes you up to here. And there's another guard waiting there, and this guy's actually kind of stretching and stuff. And he says, "This is the Red Run."
The what?
The Red Run.
This sounds horrible.
Where did you
Both
go?
of you must run around the city, the circular upper part of the city. There are no rules, so if you want to attack each other, you may. And first one to get to the other lift wins.
What about me looks like I know how to run? What?
Plus, you also have that wounded leg.
Right.
You
Like,
might need my help on this one.
you know what? That is
Don't
actually a great idea.
Don't use your rifle. Shadows and stealth slices.
You know what? Actually,
Oh yeah,
I got this.
No.
No. I got this.
Fine. I'm still gonna monitor.
Yeah, monitor. But I got this.
The light is definitely on you guys. So if you try to shoot this guy, they are going to see that he gets shot.
All right.
So I'm going to have you make a basic agility test. Just roll agility. This is to
God.
start the race.
Okay, while he's doing this, I'm hopping down off of that house, stashing my rifle again,
Okay.
and I'm getting my scalpel in one hand and a knife in the other.
Just a point of order. The upper area, the gray that shows it, there's no like safety barrier or nothing. Just saying.
Whew. You are the least.
I'm the least agile.
Agile.
Yeah, least agile person that
Well,
anybody in this town knows.
He only rolled 7 worse than the other guy. So both of you start running, and he pulls ahead of you a little bit. And
Okay.
I'm going to say that you are able to get to the first 25% here. Are you going to attack him at all?
I'm going.
Fucking throw a knife at him.
He does
I'm
have
going-
a sword on him, but no gun.
You know what? I'm going to use my monotask server skull
Okay.
and see if I can have it launch at his feet.
Okay.
How many people are wandering around the upper section during this?
There is the guards did kind of gather to watch this, so they are around. Like they're not in their way.
I mean, I'm not just talking about guards. I'm talking about like everyone.
Oh yeah, there's other people up here too. Like they're watching this event. Like this city doesn't get much going on, so.
Okay, so while they start the race, I'm kind of working my way around to right about where Red Sky and the Manor are.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna kind of get around there and just kind of blend in with the crowd.
I'm
There you
glad.
go.
And
So yeah, I'm gonna see if my server
just
skull
to be safe here, go ahead.
Hey, I'm down here.
Yep.
Yeah. Just so I know, do I still have the remote?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have.
Okay,
There's
just
no
making
reason for you
sure.
not to have that.
So I have successfully blended into the crowd.
Okay.
I would
You
say,
Assassin's Creed blend into the crowd.
and I'm basically keeping my eyes on the guard that he's racing against.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So
once he gets near me, I will be making an attack.
Oh, I know.
you said you were going to throw a thing at him.
I'm gonna let my server skull fly towards his feet and see if I can trip him up.
Okay. He is going to try to make a. We'll say he's going to try to dodge it. He has no dodge, so we'll see if he's able to do it. No, he trips, and he kind of
Nice.
falls flat on his face. And you definitely pull in the lead. Let me see here.
While I'm running past, I'm gonna whistle for my server skull to fly back to me.
So we'll use this. We'll use their images. So he kind of falls here. All right, yeah, you get that back, and you Woody Woodpecker him. And okay, so go ahead and roll another agility test. He's going to roll one too, but his is going to be real bad.
Bleh.
Yeah. So yeah, you easily pull ahead of him, even with that bad roll. Like he's doing far worse. So you get to about here. He gets back up, and he gets to back here.
Okay.
So yeah, the searchlight's still on you at this point. You gonna do anything else during this leg of the race to try to trip him up? He does have his sword in his hand now.
I kind of okay.
chasing
I'm a kind of notice Hikari in the crowd
Okay.
only because we've been together so long, so I kind of know how Hikari thinks, and then I'm gonna kind of give him a head nod while I'm pulling past him.
Okay. We're gonna roll agility again. He's back up and going, so go ahead and just roll. 33, 64. All right, he is not catching up to you at the moment. You get to the next corner, and he's still about back here.
Where do I find the thing about throwing knives? How to throw knives?
It's a weapon skill.
Yeah, if you just want to do, for now, if you just want to do a basic weapon,
Ballistic.
yeah, ballistic.
It's well,
It's a throwing knife. If he was attacking, it would be weapon, but it's ballistic.
Yeah,
Okay.
be ballistic, I feel.
Oh,
So if
my
you want to throw
ballistic,
it,
my ballistic skill is great. All right, so just roll a basic ballistic skill.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
As this guy is running behind Lucius, fairly far behind.
Okay.
He's definitely like trying to catch up with all his might.
Oh wow.
Oh, barely. Holy crap.
Okay, so I need to stop putting this down. Let's see. So that is a 35.
That's
yeah,
a hit.
you throw your knife and it does hit him in the chest.
Wow.
What's the damage on a? What's the damage on it? It's like 1d5 or something like that, right?
Yeah, you can just roll 1d5. We can look knives up at some point, but this is just a basic like running exercise. So, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay, so this knife just hits this guy like right in his lung when it hits his body, and the crowd kind of gasps and look around to try to see who threw it, but nobody can pinpoint it.
And while they're kind of distracted, I kind of want to turn around and throw one of my knives at him.
Okay, go right ahead.
This is going to fail horribly.
He's staggering. He's about here.
Ooh, do I get a modifier because he's staggering?
No negative or positive, just a flat roll.
Oh shit, that works.
All right, yeah. With a 19, you're gonna be hitting him in the left leg.
Ha! Now you know how I feel, bitch.
So just roll a d5. See how much damage you do to him. You'll probably have to type that one out.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a d5. What the hell? All right. So you actually hit this guy in the left leg, and the combination of being hit in the lung with one and like deep cut in the left leg, he just kind of like falls and rolls, and he falls off the edge, and he falls into this group of houses, and you don't think he's going to survive, but you then reach the end of the race, and the crowd cheers, and
I make my way back over here.
you hear Crimson come up on the speaker and says that was a bit unconventional, unexpected, but you definitely made it interesting. Well done. He says, go ahead and return to the Crimson House.
I totally had this under control. All right, let's go do that.
Okay.
You
So
say-
you
Over the
You guys
box,
want to go back?
You just tell her, right, nice throw.
I'm gonna be able to the microphone and be like, I had no idea that was gonna hit.
What's surprising to me is like this whole episode has been like opposite world for you guys and your roles.
Opposite day, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking crit that dude with a knife.
2
Twice.
crits in a row.
Twice.
All right. So you enter the thing, and Crimson's already on, and he does a
Why
slow
couldn't I
cap.
have rolled that dude when I got stabbed in my fucking leg?
He does a slow cap as you enter, and he says, "Have a seat." And he looks at you guys. So, very well, as long as it's not too expensive of information. What are you looking to know? You have entertained me for the day.
As I've been told, you have dealings with a certain cult.
Yes, the what are they called? It's a stupid name. The Blessed Flesh Cult. Yes, I know them.
Yes,
Thane runs them.
something like that. They've taken something of somewhat sentimental value to me, and all I want to do is get it back from them. So all I need from you is some information on where and how to find them.
So Thane stole something from you, huh?
Yes, he did.
I didn't think he really involved himself in such things. Interesting.
Well,
I
it's
have no loyalty to him or anyone. He's been boring lately. I don't really care. I will tell you where he is if that's what you want.
that is absolutely what I want. And then we can arrange later for ammunitions and others, whatever you require in terms of weaponry to be brought down.
Well, I'm definitely going to need 2 more guards.
Yeah.
He says, very well. And he says, Thane is in an old temple about 5 hours' journey east of here. And he gives you the name, which I will tell you guys next stream because I have to look that up. And he says, I will warn you, though, he does have a fairly large cult following. And he's not as accommodating as me. He has no love of the sport or entertainment. He's a boring man. But he pays.
Huh. You don't say.
That's fair. That's fair.
How much does he pay you?
That what relevance is that?
It's relevant.
He says, well, I don't really discuss my dealings with other people that employ me.
Well, let me ask you
It's a substantial sum, and all he really asked for is a bit of news from above ground and a certain body parts and such.
what particular
If you could,
body?
and I know how you like to make things interesting, but if you could, in this instance, keep our presence out of any information that you provide him.
I
I'd
will
hate-
deal with you enough to say if he doesn't specifically ask me about you, I will not say anything.
Fair
I do
enough.
invite you both. It is about, at this point, it's been a long day. It's about 9 p.m. after the fights and everything. He says, since you won the fights, if you had lost, I would not have offered this, of course. I will grant
Oh,
you.
you're dead.
Well, you could have surrendered. I will grant you a free night in our, I won't say fabulous bar and inn, but at the Sanctuary Gallows.
Fair enough. With that, sir, I think our business is concluded. I thank you for your hospitality, and we'll be on our way.
Thank you for the entertainment. That was more interesting than I expected, honestly. And the view screen shuts off.
Okay.
Why would you ask him about how much he makes? What kind of fucking even in no business do you do that? What the fuck is wrong? As I'm walking out,
Why?
I'm just chastising
know
the
why?
mechanical man
You wanna know
about
why?
fucking
This is why.
etiquette.
Because if we find out what he's actually transporting, we can try and make a better deal in order to get more information out of it.
I don't think we can roll that high. Oh, broke the fourth wall.
You're offering him weapons and stuff that we don't even have.
That is not. He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that we can't offer higher either.
Motherfucker, this town isn't gonna be here by the time that we're done.
Motherfucker. Oh my god, are you planning an orbital strike?
That would be literally impossible to get deep enough into this hive without, like, destroying most of the upper area.
I mean, the Inquisitors can just order the entire planet slagged, right?
Yes,
I mean, they
but I
could.
think that they would have to have a decent reason to do that.
Not really.
Not from what I can tell about their.
Inquisitors have access to exterminatus at pretty much a whim.
Sure, but
And they're really
They
not
probably have to
accountable
file
to
a report.
anyone but themselves.
And I'm pretty sure that this is his
I mean,
storyline, so he
yeah,
can
but all they would
do
have to
what he wants.
report in that report is Nurgle cult destroyed with extreme prejudice.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure since this is his storyline, he can say whatever the fuck he
That's
wants.
true, but typically they will try and move, like they will try to do an evacuation prior to the exterminatus. The Space Marine chapter will come in, blah blah blah. So
Yes.
it's a kind of a big ordeal.
I did establish at the beginning of the game that the Inquisitor said that she had no problem if it came to it, but she wanted a decent reason to do that.
Exactly.
If you remember right, I did say that she doesn't
I
want
was
to
just kinda
necessarily
thinking
destroy
out loud.
everything if she can avoid it.
Exactly.
At this point, when you guys leave the Crimson House, you see that something's different outside at this point. The area seems to be covered in a very cool fog.
That's not good.
And
Yeah,
that's where
that-
we're going to end for the night.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
Hikari, you saw this roll in. I will say that Hikari saw this fog roll in. It just
I'm
kind of showed up.
Okay, I'm still dumb as shit though. I have 3 fucking ranks in awareness, and I can't.
Yeah, but you crit
Yeah,
that guy with a
outside of
knife,
a bar.
so it's
You were aware of the fog. You just have no idea where it came from.
I just don't know what it is.
Right. It
Yeah,
just kind of suddenly was there, and this is not like an area that you would think would get fog.
Next time on Warhammer Dark Heresy.
That is going to end the episode for the day. Grant yourselves each 400 experience.
No, no, no.
Oof.
No, no, no.
I have the worst awareness out of everybody in the group.
You walk into a wall as you exit.